entire day before your race, you should be constantly hydrating with water. Water is one of the most important things for a runner, and being without it the day before can severely hurt you on race day. You want to make sure you're getting at least 6 to 8 bottles of water the day before your race, and of course you need to hydrate the day of your race as well. Keep trying to drink as much water the day before, and I guarantee it will help you race better from the get-go. This is a running video, so let's go ahead and go for a run. So even though it might not seem like it, a really important thing for you to do before your race is to get a couple miles, just an easy shakeout run in, nothing too hard. Depending on ability and race you're doing the next day, should be anywhere from 2 to 5 miles. Just nice and easy, getting your legs back and used to running. It shouldn't tire you out, but you should have enough to break a sweat and just be relaxed. This should get you ready for the next day. No need to push the pace. It's just meant for a way for your legs to warm up before the big day. One of the most important things to consider before running a race is what you eat the night before. So I'm going to take you through how I cook one of my favorite meals before a race. So obviously I chose chicken for this meal, but there's a lot of other options out there as well. Spaghetti is a really great option, as well as any pasta whatsoever. In my experience, you kind of want to stay away from pizza. Any red meat isn't great, and of course any kind of junk food you want to stay away from before a race. Along with your main item, mine's chicken here, you also want to have vegetables and carbs. Both are super important before a big race. I chose milk here. Water, of course, you can't go wrong with water, but I also like milk just before. The day of, I would not drink milk, but the night before, it's okay. So I hope you guys learned a bit about eating before a race. Now you gotta excuse me while I dig in. As basically anyone who has ever done physical activity can attest to, stretching is super important to be fit and healthy for your race. After your last run before your race, you want to stretch for a good 20 minutes. Make sure that whatever hurts, you're rolling and stretching out just to make sure that you feel great on race day. I would also suggest rolling if you do have that available, just to loosen up your muscles a little bit. You can do standing or sitting stretches, whatever works for you, but most importantly, just work out the areas that are super tight or don't feel great. One of the most important things you can do the night before a race is visualize your race the next day. This includes going over your splits, what times you want to hit at each mile or kilometer, or it can be visualizing the race terrain, knowing when you have hills and when you need to pick it up, when the last 100 meters is so that you can kick hard. There's a lot of things that go into visualization, but the thing is, if you do this, you'll be picturing your visualization the next day and know you can act on it. For example, if you're trying to break 19 in the 5K, you should go through your race thinking, I'm going to be 6 flat at the mile, 12 flat at the second mile, and try to bring it home, kick the last 100 meters, and I'm going to blow by 5 different people. This is going to help you do that the next day because it will be in your mind on what this race is supposed to be like. All in all, visualization can just really impact your mentality the next day. It's always a good idea to do it the night before. As should be pretty obvious, you ideally want to go to bed pretty early before your race, just so you can get that one last good night's sleep in before you have to run hard. I'd recommend trying to get at least 8 hours of sleep the night before, but of course pre-race jitters might keep you up. So you want to get a good night's sleep the whole week before actually, but don't miss out on that night before rest. Don't stay up checking Instagram or watching videos. Go to bed and shut those lights off. And that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for this week's video. Hope I taught you guys a lot about some things you can do just to race better the next day. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of my content. I'll see you guys soon with a new video.